Welcome into the Jamey Chadwell Show, brought to you by Hendrick Toyota. The Bucs now ranked number 20 in the latest FCS coaches poll, 5-1, 2-0 in Big South Conference play, and coming off a 10-7 win over Presbyterian. And Jamey, you figured that would be a defensive battle, and that's how it turned out.
It was. It was one of those old-time battles, back from the olden days. Both defenses played really well. Our defense was awesome the whole game. And fortunately for us, we were able to make a couple plays there in the fourth quarter to pull it out. And anytime you get a win, especially on the road against a good team and a tough team, we'll take it. And so we're thankful to come out of Clinton there with a victory and be 2-0 in the conference.
7-3 was the final last year, 7-3 into the fourth quarter, kind of a carbon copy game in some ways. What was the mentality like on the sideline?
Well, you know what? I think what I was pleased with, I don't think our team ever doubted at one time that they weren't going to find a way to make it happen. There was it was eerie a little bit looking, man, it's 7-3, and coach, you look up and go, man, it's the same exact score. And I think, if our guys didn't have such a strong foundation and belief in each other, there could have been some doubt. But you saw our defense never complained. They just kept playing, kept going out there and getting stops. And I think, you saw there in the third quarter, we really started driving the ball and had a chance on the drive before the fourth quarter to make a play and just didn't do it. And but you could just get a sense, hey, we're starting to wear them down. And it was good to see our guys continue fighting and believing in what we're doing.
10-7 CSU win over PC. Bucs will go for their 5th straight win this Saturday at Gardner-Webb. But first, we recap the Presbyterian game and show you some first half highlights. And you guys get the football first, and you put a couple of nice drives together to start out.
Yeah, I thought we got off in the game on a good foot. We drove and got down, into a chance to get in the red zone there, and thought we started off the game real well. Austin starting off and getting us good yardage on first down, and you're moving the ball and you feel good about the plan you had.
CSU picked up a few first downs on this opening drive, moving it in to Presbyterian territory. Darius Hammond gets free there, doing what he does, making people miss.
Yeah, I thought our running backs for overall played pretty well. I know statistics weren't great, but what put us back, we had a bad sack. We're first and 10 at the inside the 50, and we get a sack and get ourselves in 3rd and long, and Colton and Austin hook up and make a nice play, and we decided to make to roll with it and go for it. And to their credit, we got a chance right there to make a play, and they get us.
16-yard pass to Colton Corn sets up a 4th and short, but Austin throwing for a 5-yard loss. Aaron Brown gets through on a blitz here, and outside of one series that was aided by penalties, the defense gave up virtually nothing.
No, I think we held them to 40-something yards of offense. Our guys did a great job of stoning them in. You mentioned the one drive there, and we did give them some penalties and gave them some cheap yards, but it was good to get our defense and put them in position to be able to swarm, and that's what they did.
Bobby Ruff makes the tackle there as PC can't take advantage of good field position, and you guys respond with a nice drive to get on the board.
Yeah, we go back at it. Like I said, we thought we had a great first drive, and the sack really put us behind the 8 ball there, and so we just go back to work, and Austin's doing a good job running the offense and moving the ball, and we get down where we have a chance to make some plays and get a touchdown, hopefully.
Darius Hammond, Mike Holloway have been the big 1-2 for you guys. Nathan makes a catch there, but Alan Barnwell makes a couple of big runs on this drive.
Yeah, AB is really coming into his own and starting to make some plays. Here's a nice 3rd down conversion to Kenny Dinkins there that gets us a first down as we're continuing to drive. And then you mentioned Alan. He comes and makes a couple nice runs. We get inside the 20-yard line, actually down into the 15 after the next run, where we feel like we're making, just methodically moving the ball.
Barnwell, another run to take it inside the PC 15 here late in the first quarter. You guys have to settle for a field goal, and Tyler Tekak drills it from 33 out.
Yeah, nice. It's good to go out there and know you feel like you got some consistency there to make it, and it just gives you confidence.
PC comes back here. Bucs defense able to turn them away quickly again. That's 2 straight performances where your defense has held the opponent to under 200 yards. Lots of pressure on the quarterback. Solomon Brown gets the sack there.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job coverage in our coverage, and then we made some nice plays there to be able to rush the passer. Then we go back to work and get another good drive going. Just could not finish it. We had some untimely. We ended up having, I think, 4 or 5 penalties on during the game, and they were just so untimely. We're 2nd and 3 and get a penalty, or we're 2nd down and 4 and you give up a sack or something where you have a chance to get some nice field position. We just couldn't get over the hump there early in the second quarter, really the whole second quarter.
Austin dropped their CSU drive here early in the second quarter with the Bucs leading 3-0. Maybe gets away with one a little bit there. Nice play by Nathan to come back to the ball.
Yeah, we didn't block very well on that play, and they We're fortunate we sort of threw that one up. We was fortunate to do that. Shouldn't have done that, but Pereira makes a nice play for us. And our defense gets them backed up here. And this was our chance here. There's a little windy there. And so we felt like if we could hold them back here, pin them back, that we had a chance to get great field position and to go down and get a touchdown and sort of, put this game where we felt like we had a nice, comfortable lead.
We saw back-to-back tackles for loss on that series. Zach Johnson who had 2 on the day with one of them, and you get good field position, but one of the big plays of the first half here, a fumble, gives it back to PC.
Yeah, that's something that was a self-inflicted wound. That was nothing they did. That was soft stuff on us, and that's what's frustrating about it. We got great field position. You're already within a chance of you get first down within field goal range, and we just can't do that. You can't when you've played field position football the whole first half and you get such good field position, you can't do that. And then PC's credit, they go and get a nice drive. We get a penalty. They drive down here. I know our defense was frustrated by this, giving up points, and we can't do that. And then we get another penalty there. They get the ball back, or we get an interception, but we're offside. So they were aided by those 2 penalties. They're big plays.
AC Palmer here going to catch a screen pass for Presbyterian to take it inside the 5-yard line. Then they give it to Darrell Bridges, who's the focal point of their offense, certainly, and he takes it in from 5 yards out to give them a 7-3 lead and kind of quickly turn the momentum of the game.
Yeah, the whole first half we were really in control. That turnover is big; it gives them momentum. They drive down the field and score, and now they're going into the locker room, feeling good about themselves, saying, "Hey, we're right back where we need to be. We've got the lead. Our defense is not going to give it up," and they're feeling like, hey, last year all over again is what they're feeling.
So it was a 7-3 Presbyterian lead at the half, a defensive struggle in the second half as well, and we'll take a look at that after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show as we take a look at some second half highlights from CSU's 10-7 win over Presbyterian up in Clinton this last Saturday. And they take a 7-3 lead in the half, and you mentioned before the break that you guys kind of controlled the half, but then they take the lead into the locker room. What was the message at halftime?
Well, I thought that we were a little, maybe shooken a little, on the sideline there, not necessarily defensively, but offensively, and you just wanted to go in there and say, hey, we're fine. We gave them some plays that we shouldn't have. Let's go out and try to play the way we're capable of. I knew they would struggle moving the ball on our defense, and we just challenged our offense. Hey, just get us in the end zone. It'll hold up. That was our thought process. Let's just go out. We don't need 3 scores. Just get us 1 score. We felt like it'd be enough.
Anthony Hillis there pins in the quarterback. Bucks get one of 4 sacks on the day. You get the football back here early in the third quarter and really couldn't get much generated offensively in this third quarter.
Not in the first. The first drive we couldn't here. They played us pretty well. We go 3 and out here. We got a chance at a first down on the third down. We come up about a yard short, and right here off the throw to Nathan, end up about a yard there short of the first down. So you got to punt it. They've got great field position, and the wind, as I mentioned earlier, was blowing pretty decently. So it was a situation where if we didn't get them off the field right here, we knew we were going to be backed up, or they had a chance of scoring. It was going to be tough to overcome it. Fortunately for our defense, we're able to get a big play here. They're driving the ball, but we're able to get a big play and get them in a 3rd and long. Great play right here by Troy. That takes them in a 3rd and 15. They weren't going to put their quarterback in a situation where he could throw a deep pass, and then we're able to get them where they can't attempt a field goal either.
Tackle for loss for Troy McGowan's. You guys were able to swing field position at one point here in the second half, and that was kind of one of the bigger drives of the game.
I thought it was. It was right after that drive. They get us inside the 10. We're able to drive all the way down to the plus 40. Have a chance to make a play, don't, but we punt. We change the field position, and then we insert Kyle here into this once we get into the fourth quarter, and he's able to make some nice plays for us.
Kyle Copeland, the redshirt sophomore, first down run there. He's going to run for 40 yards down the sideline here. Heck of a job to stay in bounds for an extra 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, it was a great run by him. He comes up, and they think he's going to run out of bounds, and he lowers his shoulder and gets us down inside the 10 or 15-yard line, and then makes another nice run right here to get us where we got a chance of making a 3rd and short. And we're obviously going to go for it. We're not going to settle for a field goal, and Darius makes a nice run here. We get good blocking, and he fights in the end zone. And we thought they was going to overturn that. We're thankful they didn't. And so it was great to get the touchdown. And you saw our sideline just erupt. They knew, and our defense started pinning their ears, and we were able to make some plays there in the secondary, and we felt good about where we were at.
Darius Hammond with a touchdown for the 6th straight game this season, deflection and interception for DJ Curl.
Yeah, big play here. It was a great job by Zane of getting into the throwing lane, doing a tip drill there. And then we have a chance to, hopefully put the game away right here. So we're driving. We get to a makeable third down, and we sort of just make a mistake here at quarterback, not continue to run around. We felt like we had a chance to actually walk in. So we have to attempt a field goal, and we have a bad snap, and so it looks awful, and looks like Coach has no clue what's going on. And then so they get the ball back, but fortunately our defense is able to pin their ears back and do a great job.
A day where CSU's defense was dominant, great way to end. 2 straight sacks, lift him up in the air there off his feet, and then an interception to finish it off. That had to be a pretty satisfying finish for your defense.
It was. I mean, to be able to get sacks, you got them in 3rd and longs, you keep sacking him. And then on 4th down, they got to try to make some plays on throw-wise. And for us to be able to get a pick there and end the game. And good job by Troy here catching it and getting down. And, the game's over there, and we're able to salt it away here. We drove down and got inside the 2 there to finish the game and be able to take a knee and finish. It's a good way to end the game.
Obviously, you guys focus week to week, but to get a win like that, if you're going to do some big things in the season, you need to pull out a couple of tough wins like that.
Yeah, I think you got to grind it out. I mean, it's sometimes you got opponents that match up well with you pretty well based on what you do and or maybe what you don't have, And so they're one of those guys that do a good job on defense like our guys do, and you've got to try to find ways to get enough points to win the game. And we felt like one score would do it. After watching the defense perform against their offense, we gave up the 7. We felt like if we could just get the touchdown, we'd be in it. So we tried to be a little conservative, not let them win it on our offense, and we were able to punch it in there. And anytime you can grind one out and get a win, I don't care how it looks, when you can do it on the road against a good opponent, we're happy about it.
Kyle Copeland, we saw, gave you the spark offensively to take the lead. Scary moment there in the 4th quarter. How's he doing?
He's doing well. It looked a lot worse than actually what it was. There was a lot of precautionary done. Our athletic staff did a phenomenal job. Training staff did a phenomenal job of doing the things they're supposed to. And he was actually able to come back after the game with us there, and just had a concussion and looking good going forward to be able to come back this week.
So a 10-7 win for CSU. Bucks now 5-1, 2-0 in Big South play. Take on Gardner-Webb this Saturday up in Boiling Springs, and we'll take a look at that after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show.
3rd down and 9 yards to go for Presbyterian. Bucks were unbelievable on 3rd down last week, held Monmouth to 1 of 13. Play action fake, Griffin rolling out left side. He's under pressure and he's sacked back at the 15-yard line. Solomon Brown was there. Mike Taylor kept contained, and Brown gets the sack.
Another dominant defensive performance for CSU's defense. Gave up 115 yards against Monmouth, 142 against PC. Solomon Brown, 2-time Freshman of the Week, now Defensive Player of the Week, and boy, has he made a big impact for you guys.
Yeah, Solomon's had a great start to, obviously, this season. And learning every week. I think, each week he's learning what he's capable of. And I think the thing that's really good about him is he understands the game, so he knows what people are trying to do to him. And he plays with great effort and just a great young man. He embodies what, we want a student athlete to be. And so we're pleased with the production he's had, and really pleased with just the way he's risen up, not only his performance there, but trying to be a leader off of it as well. Because, he's a redshirt freshman.
CSU, as we said, will take on Gardner-Webb this Saturday up in Boiling Springs. But before we get into that, another pressing question, and they asked Coach Chadwell. You want us to ask your family if they had any questions. They didn't Saturday, but again, email Sunday from your brother, Jonathan, who wants to know what are the 3 rules that legendary coach Bobby Finstock has for life?
Bobby Finstock has for life. Legendary Bobby Finstock has for life.
Did you get the reference? Because
yes,
I did
do.
First.
Never get less than 12 hours sleep.
There's one.
Never play cards never play cards with a guy that's got the first name of a city. And never go out with a girl that's got a tattoo of a dagger on her thigh.
And the reference is from?
Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Was that a favorite of yours growing up or something?
Yeah, that was a favorite.
It was an obscure question. I apologize for not getting the reference. He said there was no need for an apology.
No, it's we love movies. We love especially 80s movies. We have a older sister that was 9 years older than me, so 12 years older than my brother. And so during the 80s, she's a teenager, and so a lot of our, we're just we're obviously young and impressionable, so a lot of those movies during that time we watched, and so we remember them. And the thing that we do, we talk a lot in movie quotes, and that's one of our favorite coaches of all time, Bobby Finstock. For Teen Wolf, you people, you need to watch that. He's a great coach, basketball coach there, does a heck of a job.
How many guys on your team do you think know what the movie Teen Wolf is?
None. That'd be zero. There's probably no coaches, with the exception of maybe Coach Tucker and Coach Bob Garrett, that are old enough to know what that is. So, and that's what's wrong with today's world. Nobody knows about 80s stuff. It's so good. It's such a classic decade.
If more people took Bobby Finstock's advice, there's no telling where we'd be.
Well, hey, you'd definitely be rich because you wouldn't play cards with a guy with the first name of the city.
Definitely want to stay away from that. CSU at Gardner-Webb on Saturday, and you guys have had defensive battle with them the last few years. They have a good defense, and should be another grinded-out type game.
It should. They do. They have an exceptional defense led by their nose guard. He's a heck of a player, and they've got all-conference guys at linebacker, all-conference guys at outside backer, all-conference guys at secondary. So they're pretty loaded on their defensive side, and they've played really good defensive football all year. There's not a lot of people that have just moved the ball on them consistently, and they've not given up a lot of points. So that's another huge challenge for us. We've got to be able to come and play well. And then offensively, they got a quarterback that's a true dual threat who we actually recruited here, can run and throw, big kid, and they're doing a lot of things with him to get him out in open field, and when he does, he's dangerous. So I think it's a new challenge for our defense we haven't seen in a little while. And so we're going to have to play well and make sure that we tackle well, because he's a big guy. So it's going to be another good Big South football game, and it's going to come down to turnovers and who takes care of the ball and who can put the ball in the end zone.
So Charleston Southern will try to get to 6-1, 3-0 in Big South play Saturday at Gardner-Webb, a 1:30 kickoff. You can watch it on the Big South Network or listen on CSUSports.com. For Jamey Chadwell, my name is Kevin O'Rourke. Thanks for watching the Jamey Chadwell Show.